9 and today we are going to learn about the rest of the properties of the matter. And in the previous video we have learned about few of the properties such as shape, volume and molecular arrangement and intermolecular spaces. So such type of properties we have learned. And before getting into today's topic, in the previous video I have asked one question that is a sponge a solid? And many of them have responded to it and thank you for them. And the answer is yes, the sponge is a solid. Because it is having some definite shape and volume in spite of being compressible. Now there are many other examples of the whichever solids are having some spores. Okay, like if you are taking type of coals, we have one coke. In 8th class you might have learned. So that coke also has some spores in it. Okay. So because of that spores, what happens, they will be compressible. As coke is not compressible, but it has some spores. So in the same way, because of the air molecules which are fixed in the sponge, it is compressible. Okay, so that's why we consider sponge as a solid. And coming back to today's topic, we are going to read about the rest of the properties of the matter. Okay, so the first property is compressibility. Okay, so then what is compressibility? So here compressibility is reducing the volume. Okay, so now we have taken the example of the sponge, no? So the sponge is having certain volume. Now if you are compressing it, what happens? The volume occupied by the sponge will be decreasing. So that is what is compressibility. So now if you are taking the particle arrangement in the solids, liquids and gaseous, then we observe that in the solids what happens? In the solids we have tightly packed molecules. So like this, the molecules are tightly packed in the solids. But whereas in the liquids what happens? There are few places. And in the coming to the gaseous, there are more spaces than in the liquid. Okay, so this is the particle arrangement in the solids, liquids and gaseous. And here, when the compressibility is possible is when there is intermolecular spaces. Okay, so here, now by that only you can say which is compressible. Now, if you are taking any solid object, is it compressible? No. Now, if you are taking any chalk piece, then that chalk piece can be compressible. If you are binding it tightly in your hand, what happens? It will be turning into powder, but it is not getting compressible. Yes. So here, the solids cannot be compressed. There are few examples, exceptional cases such as sponge, but most of the solids cannot be compressed because of that tightly packed molecules in them. Okay, and coming to liquids. So liquids, as they are having few intermolecular spaces in them, they can be compressed to little space, but not majorly. They will be compressed little bit, not mostly. Okay, and coming to the gaseous, they are highly compressible. Why are they highly compressible? Because they are having more number of intermolecular spaces. Now if you are taking one cylinder, that cylinder is having 16 liters of gas in it. Okay, in your cooking gas cylinders will be there, no? So it is having 16 liters of gas in it. So here that much amount of gas, if it is once released out, it can spread to kilometers. Now that much of air you are compressing it to one small cylinder. Okay, so means what? That gas is highly compressible. Okay, understood? That's why we say that the solids are non-compressible, liquids are compressible too little and gases are highly compressible. And next, so diffusion is another interesting topic. So what is diffusion then? Diffusion is nothing but moving of molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration. We can put it in another words also, like when one state of matter is entering into another state of matter, then it forms a solution or substance which can be inseparable. and few of them can be separated by following some techniques, but most of them can't be separable. So by observing the examples, you can know it. So there are many kinds of diffusions within the three states of matter. So let us know one by one. First is solid to solid diffusion. So when we see solid to solid diffusion, for example, if you are taking any two flours, means like chekki atta and maida atta, if you are mixing these two flours, what happens? Which cannot be separable with any kind of separation techniques. Okay, so like this, again we can take another example of mixing colors. So rangoli colors will be there. So we will be mixing two different types of colors which cannot be separated again. Or else the sand also we will be mixing with the color. So that also cannot be separated with any kind of separation technique. Okay, so like this is a solid to solid diffusion. And next is solid to liquid diffusion. So in the solid to liquid diffusion, you can take like when salt or sugar or any other kind of solid material is mixed into the water. Now any food color you can take, if that food color is added to the water, then what happens? The color of water will be changed. Now can you separate the color from the water? No, you can't. But there are some possibilities of separating salt and sugar in few cases. But in major parts you cannot separate it with any separation techniques. Okay. And next is solid to gaseous. So this solid to gaseous, we also say it as a sublimation. So sublimation means generally if any product, once if it is going from solid, again it is turning to liquid, then on further heating it will be turning into gaseous. But in this diffusion process, what happens? The intermediate of forming liquid will be not there. Directly it will be converting from solid state to gaseous state. Now if you are taking camphor, so in camphor we can say that in Telugu karpuram. We say that in Telugu karpuram. So if you are keeping that camphor outside, what happens? Due to when it gets exposed to outside air, it directly converts into air. Okay, so it will be, after some time you don't see that camphor there because it will be converted into the air or disappeared into the air. So between it should form into liquid, no, but it is not forming so. And if you are taking any other example like naphthalene balls, so these naphthalene balls you will be keeping in between your clothes or anywhere, then what happens? They will be not converting into liquid. From solid, directly when they are exposed outside, they will be directly converted into gaseous state. So this type of diffusion we say it as sublimation. Okay. The next one is liquid to liquid diffusion. So liquid to liquid diffusion, you can take many number of examples like milk added to the water or any two kinds of oils if you are mixing, or petrol and kerosene you are mixing. So these all we can take it as a liquid to liquid diffusion. But there is one question for you people. Can we take oil and water as a liquid to liquid diffusion? So find out the answer and comment in my comment section. Next is liquid to gaseous diffusion. So liquid to gaseous diffusion is if you are taking perfume. So perfume will be in liquid state, and when you are spraying it into the air, what happens? From many so here next is liquid to gaseous diffusion. So here let us take one example like perfume you are taking or room freshener you are taking. When you are spraying it into the air, what happens? To few meters the smell will be spread. But you have sprayed to the one corner and the smell is spreading all over. So how can it happen? So the liquid molecules which are in perfume or room freshener are getting diffused into the air and moving from one place to another place. So this is called liquid to gaseous diffusion. Okay, so like that we have many other examples. Now any stinky smell if it is coming from drainage. So that is also smell coming from a drainage which is a liquid and it is spreading into the air, and it is giving a bad smell. Whereas perfume and room fresheners are giving good smell and drainage is giving a foul smell. Okay, so this also will be coming under the liquid to gaseous, diffusion. Okay, so the next is gaseous to gaseous diffusion. So here we can take many examples like when any smoke, okay, when any smoke is getting mixed into the air. Now any vehicle smoke or any factory smoke, anything, when it is mixing into the air, we can take it as a two different types of gases are mixing. So that is a gaseous to gaseous diffusion. And next one more example is incense stick. So incense stick means in Telugu we say it as agarbatti. Okay, so the smoke evolved from that incense stick also mixes into the air and gives a good fragrance. Okay, so like this also will be considered as the example of gaseous to gaseous diffusion. Okay, so till now we have learned about all the. So I hope everyone is clear with this topic, and till now we have learnt about all the properties of the matter, that is particle arrangement, intermolecular spaces, and compressibility, diffusion, and shape and volume. So these are the properties which are varying from one state of matter to other state of matter, and the notes or the shortcut of these all will be given as a picture at the end of my video. And today's homework I have given one thing, that you have to find out whether mixing of oil and water is a liquid to liquid diffusion or not. Okay, so comment the answer in my comment section, and if you have any doubt in the topic also, you comment me in my comment section. Until then, keep observing and keep learning. Thank you.